everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris. You reached ChrisLuvsLux, and this video is about the best products for the first half of 2021. But before we get into what I feel or some of the best products and the products my go-to, you see me use all the time, that I use on and off camera, hit that subscribe button. Before we even get into that, hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Even if you are, double check that notification bell is gray and you've selected all so that you are always notified whenever I upload. Also, head over to IG, follow me at ChrisLuvsLux, because I do unboxings and other things like that on the channel that I might not necessarily ever do a video on here. With all that being said, let's get into it. This has been a year of blushes and bronzers. I'm going to be upfront with you. You guys already know how I feel, especially about the blushers, right? So I have here some eyeshadows, some lippies, some foundation, blushes, etc. So we're going to jump right into it because I don't want this to be too long. Let me know down in the comments as I'm rolling through products whether it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down for you. Okay, so with all that being said, let's get into it. Let's start with eyeshadow because I want to. Y'all know I love me an eyeshadow, right? Good eyeshadows make for great looks. So recently, hasn't been that long, when her blushes released, Pat McGrath also delivered a new quad to us. And this quad was called Venus and Fleurs Luxe Crowd Voyeuristic Vixen. And I know it's crumbly, y'all, but I'm going to show those that haven't seen it. That must have been under a rock somewhere. I'm just saying, y'all. But anyway, that for those that haven't seen it, this is the palette or the quad. And I created a gorgeous look with this and continue to, hence why it's dirty. It is crumbly, y'all. I won't lie. I'm come close. You see all that? Crumbles. I don't care. Love it. I love the look that I get from it. This is a travel companion. I'm going to Dior in a few weeks. I will take this, even though this is not tropical. This is great for every day. It most likely will be in my makeup bag. This next one, I am 99.9% sure that I'm probably going to carry this palette, which means I have to take a bigger makeup case, and that is the Circo Loco palette, Honey by Natasha Denona. This one right here is screaming Dominican Republic and all the other islands you can think of. This right here is going to be, do you know how many looks your girl is going to create with this? I have bathing suits that have all these colors in it at one time. I'm going to have all kinds of fun creating looks with this palette while on vacation. But not just that, it is a very good palette. If you guys saw my review, take some time out, go look at my past videos. But if you saw my review, I told you, even if you're scared, you're intimidated by color, just take a dive in. Take a dive into Circo Loco. You will go crazy loco for Circo Loco. Yeah, I know that was corny, but I had to. So those are the only two eyeshadow palettes that came out this year that I will call best of. Now, I will have an honorable mention. I'm not even going to pull it out, but the Supreme Bronze palette that just came out, I don't have it here because honestly, I haven't played with it enough to call it, oh, this is a best of. It's a good palette though, right? I did review some other palettes this year. If you remember, we had the Transition palette by Dominique Cosmetics. Right? I did the Melt Mary Jane palette. It wasn't bad. Would I call it best of? No, but it was okay. And we had the Natasha Mini Love. Now, I did like that one, but I didn't put it in here because I don't gravitate to it as much. So I just didn't. If I don't use it all the time, or if I don't, if I have to force myself to use it, then it's not here. Okay. All right. So now let's get into lips, because why not? Actually, yeah. So this was in a favorites video and everything. This is Natasha Denona's I Need a Nude Lip Pencil in the color Lala. I actually have it on right now. I love this lip pencil. It is nice. It is deep. Look at that. It's a nice deep brown. It is perfect for all times of the year. And when you want an ombre lip and you're playing with things, I'm telling you, you guys know how I do with my lip combos. This one right here, between this one and the Ground Control by Pat McGrath, which is an oldie but goodie, right? But this one came out this year. This one, and it doesn't move. Like this one right here, y'all, it's worth it. Get this one if you haven't already. Then Pat McGrath came out with Lippies this year, y'all. If you remember, she came out with a whole bunch of reformulated liquid lipsticks. And this one, LiquidLust Legendary Wear Matte Lipsticks. This is a liquid lip. This one is in the color Divine Nude. This is my favorite color out of all of them. You guys see me wear it all the time. This is the shade. It is a great nude color, right? Even though it has the little bit of pink in it, once you mix it with this together and then put something over it, this is it. So this one is one that I go to quite often. I actually have two of them. This one came out first on its own, and then in the little set there was one that when I bought the set, so I have two of them, so I'll be good for a while with them. But this one is worth every penny. Then she came out, when she came out with the quad and the blushes, she came out with these babies. She came out with Dream Lover, a Mattrance. You can see that there's a, you see I have a theme with my lippies, right? So Dream Lover, I actually have on now. Do I? No, I don't. I don't have that on. I have a Natasha Denona on, but this is Dream Lover, and then this one is Divine Nude. But you see, they're similar. Actually, they're almost exact. But those are my go-to. You see, I gravitate to something very specific for my everyday looks. But this baby right here, I have over my lips right now. This is the best topper shade ever. Alone, you get this, right? But once you, and you could tell, because look how dirty my thing is from mixing it. But when you put it over something, see if you could tell. The sheen, you can't tell because it's not blended. I just messed my little tip up. But once you put it over something and it's blended with a nice dark brown lippy, you get something like that. Worth every single penny. Definitely. Oh, I didn't tell you the color. This one is Earth Angel, the gloss. It's very, it doesn't feel gritty or anything like you can feel the shimmer, but it gives you a shine, y'all. You can't beat the shine. So while we're talking about Pat McGrath, let me just pull up one of the, I just took out one blush. Y'all know I have all 9, right? So actually, yep, let me talk about the blush. So this is Nude Venus. I wear her often. She's dirty, but I wear her often. I have like my rotation of my top 6 that I wear often. Today I have on Electric Bloom, which is a lot louder than any of the other ones that I have, right? And so, but I still love it. You can use it and tone it down by putting Flora Fantica, I forgot the name of it, on over it, but I didn't. Today I'm out here. My cheeks is rosy, okay? Orangey goodness, all right? Love, love, love the formula. So I have all 9 of them. And then I have, y'all see that shine right there? That's this baby right here, Golden Nectar by Pat McGrath. This is her best highlighter she's made thus far, period, point blank, okay? This is her best one. If you do not have any one, get this one. That right there is a showcase piece. I don't even pull it out and use it, right? This though, I will not leave for vacation without this being in my bag. Overnight trip, if I could pick anything, it will be this one or Natasha Denona's I Need a Nude Glow. Those are the only two that I need to go anywhere. Okay? The only two. Now let's get into some more blushes since we're talking about blush. Sisley came out with a blush and it was a good blush, y'all. You know, I will call it best in 2020 because I liked this blush. Now, it was $77, 80, no, it was $80. This one is $80. I don't pull for it as often because now I have 9 Pat McGraths. Honestly, y'all know I have a lot of blushes. But this one right here, this one is the coral one. I have 3 of them. This was a good release in 2020, as was this baby here, which is the Hermes blusher. And this one is in Rose Few. I don't know how to pronounce that. F-E-U. This one, I felt performed better than this one. And it has a stronger scent than this one. But I love them both. Not as much as I love my Pat McGrath because it's Pat McGrath. But they will definitely deserve a spot in the category of best in 2021 so far. And it would be remiss of me not to mention LYS. This is a brand new one because I ordered the rest of the shades that I didn't have. This shade is Passion. These are cream blushes, and y'all know I steer away from cream. They got me into cream now, y'all, between them and Westman Atelier, but LYS was first. I refused to buy a Westman Atelier blush because I didn't do cream like that. But LYS, this blush formula and the pigmentation, baby, I had 3. I went and bought the other 3. Now, you know I like it because when I don't like something, I won't go buy the whole damn line. This right here, though, this was great, and it was affordable, y'all. It was affordable. 4 of these equal 1 of these, right? So at the end of the day, you can always get all of the LYS blushes. Okay? Now, let's get into bronzers. So, y'all already know what's about to come out. But since we just finished talking about LYS, before I get into the other bronzers, let me show you. This is a new one. This is not really a bronzer for me right now. I went bronzer happy. Once I found that I loved one bronzer, I wanted them all. This is the bronzer you guys saw me using a whole lot, right? I even kind of cracked it a little bit. I think I dropped it if you can see it on the side. But I used the hell out of this bronzer. And this one is it's the No Limits Matte Bronzer in the color Dark, Strength Dark. I use this, and it's very, right now, it's a better bronzer for me than earlier in the winter. I was like, oh, I need a lighter color, but I still made it work. I didn't pile it on because it's very pigmented. So I went to go buy another bronzer, and then tan was to this one here is not going to show up on me, right? But I can use it as an all over powder. So those are the LYS. Now, let's talk about Dior, baby. Okay? So, y'all already know. If you watch my channel any length of time this year, after these came out, this was my go-to bronzer. I didn't pick up the Charlotte Tilbury or the Gucci. I might have picked it up maybe 5 times for the rest since these came out. You always see me pull for this to the point where the Dior is almost gone, right? This is in the color 07 Golden Bronze. This one won't really work for me, right? I have a tan, y'all, so it'll work, but it'll take a lot of building, and I don't want to waste product because I already have 08. I bought them both at the same time, right? So I'll show you 08. 08 works for me now, but you see, you can still see the Dior sign because I just started using that. I didn't use it. No, I didn't use it today. I used another Dior that I'll show you in a minute, but I didn't use this one today. But you can see that this is the other shade. These are worth every single penny. These are backup worthy because you will run out. You will find yourself only pulling for these, right? I have so many bronzers now, and I keep looking at them like, do I keep them? Do I not? Because I don't see myself stopping using this. You know, this is my everyday bronzer. This is what I'm taking on vacation. So then there were these. These are the Dior Backstage Face and Body Powder, No Powder. That's what it's called. Now, I have both of these on today. This is my all over setting powder, right? I use this. They call it the powder, no powder, because it's supposed to give you that nice shine and blend and blurriness. You can see that it's a little shiny. You can see that I'm kind of wearing down that middle right there. I don't use this one as much, but in the last 2 weeks since I've been back from vacation, I done ran a damn hole in the middle of this one because this is what I use for bronzer. It's a little deeper. I can't bronze with this. This was always all over. This is 6N. This is 4N, right? So I use 6N to bronze, 4N for all over. I could probably even do 5N right now all over, but I didn't want 3. So I just do 4N and then I put this on, right? These are worth it. Go get them. The formulation is to die for, y'all. I'm telling you. These right here, Dior has been bringing the whole business to the beauty community, okay? They are here and they are here not to play around, okay? They've been pushing all the quints out. I'm ready for them to do a palette now. I'm like, damn the quints. I need a whole palette, you know, but you know, I don't want them to try too hard because I don't want them to mess up their flow, right? All right, so before we get into foundation, I have one powder that has to be brought up. One, I've had a lot of powder tries this year. Some are very good, but not necessarily good enough to make this list because I had to be honest with myself about what am I pulling for, right? And this right here by Chantecille. This is the Flower Power Perfect Blur Finishing Powder. Now this is a finishing powder, but y'all, I'm using it to set my under eye because the blur is ridiculous. This is in the color medium deep. You can kind of tell that I've been rough with it, but this is the color medium deep. And I pack that baby on underneath my eyes, and the blur is serious. You could finish your makeup with it too. Listen, with this right here, I think it can do all of the above. I can't even begin to tell you, it's not even that light once you put it on. Like, look, I don't even know if you could tell. It just blurred that little. It's worth it, y'all. I know it's pricey. I think it's $72 or $92. One of them. I'll put it down in the comment. I mean, in the description. All these products will be in the description box with links, affiliate links, in case you want to purchase them. If you do, just know that I do get a commission and I put that money right back into the channel. But this right here, first of all, the packaging is beautiful. I like the little Flower Power packaging. It's all good. This could come in a little plastic container, and well, not for the money they want, but as long as that product is the same, I'm all for it. This product is backup worthy. You can get a backup. I will hit pan on this product. There's only one other powder I hit pan on thus far, and that's the Charlotte Tilbury powder. This one I am going to hit pan on, and I won't be shocked, especially since I'm wearing down the middle, if by January I'm sitting here and I only have the outside. I use this every time that I do my makeup without fail, to the point where I probably need to declutter some of my other powders, but that's a whole nother story. I'm not mentally prepared for that yet. All right, the last section that we're going to talk about is foundation. So I'm going to start off with the foundation that actually came out right after Christmas, the day after Christmas. But and I did a review on it, but honestly, I didn't start using it until January. And then I've been using it not as a foundation, but as a setting powder. The Fenty Beauty powder, soft matte powder foundation. I have the color 385. You can tell I kind of messed it up, if you can tell. In the middle, there's a little bit of hard pan in there. This is 385. That is not my shade right now, y'all. I could probably use it for underneath my eye if I wanted to, but that's not my shade. But I don't intend on, I have too many other powders that will work for me to worry about this. I'll pick this back up in the late fall when my tan wears out and start using it again. But this was definitely one I used for the first half of the year. This baby right here. This is the Fenty Beauty Ease Drop Blurring Skin Tint. This skin tint is everything. I actually have two shades because I didn't know which one was really going to work for me. I have 16 and 17, and this was pre-tan. Now that I'm tan, neither one works, right? So I need to get 18, but Sephora is sold out. All the Sephoras are sold out. So I could just go on Fenty and get it before I go on vacation, because this will be something that I take on vacation. But this shade is just not going to work for me right now. I definitely need a darker one. I'll show you so you can see. That's light. That's light now. It's a little too light, but if I can't get it, I'll probably take it and just bronze my whole face, because this is the best summer foundation thus far that I've tried. The best, right? I'm looking forward to this being one of my go-tos. Okay. Another foundation, we've already talked about this brand and the blushes and the bronzer, but the LYS Triple Fix Foundation, Serum Foundation, for $20, what's it, $20 or $22, y'all? And you getting this glass and everything. It's worth it. This was a very good foundation. Now, I have to admit that I bought, I think the Fenty came out after this. Something came out after this. I did not pull for this as much on camera. Off camera, depending on where I was going, I didn't wear this. Like when I had to go to a wedding, I wore my La Mer. You know, when I had to go certain places, I wore something else. But for everyday stuff, going to the mall, stuff like that, this was perfect. This was perfect. This is definitely worth your $22. Even if you had to buy 3 shades and mix them, I don't care. It's still going to be a good product for your money. Okay? Now, my last foundation, I can't wear right now because I bought a color. I should have bought it darker because I wasn't thinking. But anyway, this is the Forever Natural Nude by Dior. This is a lighter foundation than the matte version that I have, the Forever Matte. I love that foundation. I have that already in 2 shades. This one right here is great for the summer. I probably am going to go get it in the 5N. It's not sold at Sephora. I have to go to, I don't think it's sold at Sephora. I have to go to Dior for it, but this is definitely one that I think everybody should have in their arsenal for the summer. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that one. Not a lot of foundations, y'all, because it's summertime. Who needs that many? But that's everything. Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are. Any of them you agree with, or any of them you tried and you're kind of like, nah, I'm not feeling it, Chris. I don't agree with you. Let me know in the comments, because that's all right too. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Is there any products you thought I would put on here that didn't make the cut? let me know, because I could have just forgot about it, y'all, to be quite honest. So let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like the video. And don't forget to thumbs up the video to let me know you like this content. And until I see everybody again, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned. Bye, guys.